You can't really hear you guys.
Uh-oh.
Can't hear.
Oh, I
We'll keep talking. How you doing, Norma? Can you
good.
hear
I
us?
have public comment, so
Oh,
I'll wait for
are you able to hear us though, okay? Without it breaking up?
yes.
Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and mute Norma just for until we get to what we need to. Or no, mute everybody, not just Norma.
Yeah.
That sounded terrible.
Norma, just so you know, you're on here twice for some reason. I don't know why.
That's all right.
Maybe she has two comments.
Okay.
That's right.
That is funny. All right, we are recording.
I thought I started. Sorry.
Thank you.
Didn't realize
All right, let's go ahead and call the March 17th, 2026 Boardman Park and Recreation District public meeting to order at 5:31 p.m. at the Boardman Park office. Let's go ahead and do roll call since we have someone sitting in for our position tonight. Krista Price, board chair.
John Christie, Vice.
Dave Moore, secretary.
Rick Weiss, board member.
Dick Oviegas, rec center manager.
George Scheimer, CEO.
Patricia Slatt, finance director officer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then we have a couple of people online, Norma Ayala, and then one other person that's unidentified.
No, Rachel Newport.
Oh, Rachel Newport. Perfect.
Lafferty.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. So approval of meeting agenda. Does anybody have any changes to that?
I don't. I move to accept the agenda as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passed unanimously. And then let's go ahead and do public comment, although you have Katie Dawson down.
She's not here though.
Okay, well, we'll go ahead and go through. Norma had expressed that she wanted to do public comment, so let's go ahead and open up Norma's mic.
Hi guys.
There we go. Hi there, Norma.
Hey, thank you for being here and volunteering on the board. So I am here with Piracy to present some numbers that are not very accurate, but for our intro season, we had about 40 kids register. We did have two different forms of payment, and that's made it a little bit difficult to track all the kids that registered because the payments that they made online, there was no option to select that it was for soccer. It was just going to the building fund. So they have to go back and look at that and see what month people donated $20. So, and I do give them a frame of November when we start registering to, I think we stopped, the last one I think was registered in January. So we still had kids come in February. And I do want to note that I it's from Umatilla and Hermiston, which was really great. And some of those kids actually ended up volunteering for the club during the season. So that's nice of them.
Nice. No, thank you for doing that.
Yeah, thank you guys again for your continued support in the club. For the
Thanks. Thank you, Norma.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, go ahead and, yeah, you, her, and then do we have Katie online by chance? I see we have a couple people that jumped on and that's fine, but, yeah, okay. Well, we'll go ahead and come back to public comment unless anybody else here knows what she was gonna be talking about, but I mean, it just says temperature and pool, but we'll come back to it unless anybody knows. Okay, all right, we'll do that. Review and approval of the previous regular January and February board meeting minutes. Can somebody refresh my memory on why we didn't approve January?
Yeah, we didn't have the meeting change from, that we did last month,
Okay,
to change it on that Wednesday. So it's added on there, under number 12, other business.
where, there it is, sorry, under number 12?
Yeah,
Okay.
just above number 13.
I was gonna have to go back and find out why we, change of meeting due to scheduling conflicts, February 20th, change from Tuesday to February 25th. Okay. Okay. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, so I'll take well, I guess, and everybody, if you're okay with February as well, then I'll take a motion to approve either January and February individually or together.
I moved that we accept January and February board meetings as minutes as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Passed unanimously. George, do you have any old business updates on the SDAO bond?
I can tell you, we've met, Tricia and I met with the committee 2 weeks ago now. This will be pretty much all done the second week of April. So it goes through this pretty quick. They went through our, the POS that we talked about last month. That stood for, I had it for you.
Oh, man. Sticky note.
Statement. Do you remember? Oh my goodness!
I know, we always
I was
think
so
about
excited when
it.
when I saw it finally what the POS stood for. It's basically our play out of what our plan is. Okay.
Our standing. Is it our standing? Is it that one?
No, it's not standing because
okay.
they went through that just this week, and I've had a meeting this morning, this afternoon down in Hepner, so I have not caught up on today's emails.
Okay.
But everything is going forward. I don't know, is there something else that came up that you might think that they should know right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
I'm just like, because we're getting both the emails together.
Yeah.
And it's just moving forward.
Okay, good.
So
Yeah, it's going
David's
fast.
doing a good job. Now David's not here this week. He's back in DC flying. He couldn't be here tonight, or he was going to plan on do a Zoom, but he is back in DC, flying to DC right now. And I just told him I'd give you an update on the timeline. I think it's April 11th. Things will be completed in this process. Yeah, I couldn't believe how fast it was planned to go, but that is.
We don't have a rating yet.
It's in that's where we're at right now. They're working on that rating right now. Yep. And if you catch me any time this week, I should have that. I'm betting this week on that. So.
Will you throw me one of your sticky notepads there?
No, I'm gonna put something in the chat that Katie's not gonna be here.
Kitty says she will not be at the meeting tonight. She had foot surgery. She will not make it, and we'll make it next month.
Okay, let's go ahead and move public comment for Katie Dawson to the April, is that April? April meeting agenda.
Okay.
Okay, it looks like we have in our board packet the resolution 2026-002. Now that we have a number at the top, I think everything else on that was already good from what I remember, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. My notes show that we just needed a number assigned to it. So I would take, let me just look here. Authorization. the offering of it, okay, employee shall voluntarily eligible, shall not make employee contributions to the plan, okay, good. Administration should take all necessary to implement and administer it. Okay, I'll take a motion to approve it when the board's ready.
I move the adoption of resolution 2026-002.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passed. George, appeal of land notice of decision, it was just a notice of intent.
Yes.
So has an actual appeal been filed now? Did we hear back from Sam?
Sam has not contacted me on this
Okay.
yet, and so,
Have you received any more notices on
no,
that?
I
Okay.
have not. Everything,
last-
they're supposed to be sending everything directly to Sam. And
Oh,
Sam
okay.
has it.
Okay, all right. So, thank you for that update. So I'm just gonna put here, no updates at this time. Go ahead and leave that on your old business though.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
Was that number C?
that was C.
What was it?
There's an appeal on the decision that we made on our park plan.
Well, we were given notice that there was the intent to appeal,
Yes.
to appeal, yeah.
Yeah.
Not that we've seen the actual appeal,
Yeah.
just that there was the intent of.
Gee, Christmas.
So,
Alright.
Bingo, right?
Yeah, bingo. What is new business bingo? What is that?
okay, our rec coordinator is, sent a paper up through the chain about wanting to do more of a bingo night, with funds, with getting bigger prizes and such. And, there's a request, and to follow that, there's an application we will have to fill out through the state to be able to do so. Now, right now, the way we're running it, we don't have to do an application because we're just doing it with the seniors. That's under the $2,000 limit. My concern is if we do bigger ones, then we would get above that. And I just want to make sure that is okay with the board, that we move that direction if you would like, or not.
Who is heading that?
That would be,
Would I
Ariana.
be able to speak right now?
In just a moment.
Yeah. Okay, I can clarify maybe what he's asking.
Participants are supposed to be on mute just for
I
the meeting.
yeah,
People can raise their hands though.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, make sure everybody's on mute. And then and so I'm sorry, who's in charge of that? Which
That's our rec
division?
coordinator.
Rec coordinator, okay. And then how high in value do you think we would be getting? Not sure?
I don't know.
Okay. And then right now, is it open to the public? Okay,
Yeah, right now we do it at the senior center on Tuesdays.
okay. So anybody can participate? Okay. If our rec coordinator is online, do you want to go ahead and open
yeah.
up the mic then,
Yeah.
please?
I can't open and close there. They have to do it
Well,
themselves.
yeah,
here.
but I mean, you can open it up
Ariana,
for.
go ahead and you want to
Okay.
do some more clarification?
I'm so sorry that I jumped in earlier.
That's okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify that Tuesday bingos at the senior center for specifically seniors, but all community members are invited. That will remain the same. This gaming license will be actually for our monthly Loteria night, which is Mexican bingo, essentially. And there are different classes of gaming licenses that we could apply for. There's A, B, C, and D, and we would be applying for D, which is any type of gaming activities that create $20,000 of revenue or less within a 12-month period. So even if we made $5 or whatever, we would still be at this $20,000 or less application level. And I think it's good for like 12 months. And looking over it, it didn't seem too intense. And I know Takeo looked over that application with me. But the intent would be that Loteria, we pay a kind of or people pay a door fee. So we charge a door fee, like $5. for them to come in and play the game. And then that $5 just goes back to the prizes that we provide for the bingo winners, just making it a little bit more fun.
Okay, and then we must have a separate accounting spreadsheet somewhere in our system that's accounting for all the funds and all the stuff paid out for prizes?
Yep,
We do have that already set up.
definitely.
Okay,
Yeah,
So right now for Loteria, it's a very small scale. Like our budget for it is smaller because it's a free Loteria night. So anybody could come and play and they win small prizes. We were just looking at Umatilla Park and Rec. They've got a great community bingo night where they do have a registration or a door fee for people to come in and then participate. And then the prizes are just bigger because there's a little bit of money involved. So that's where we got the idea.
okay. Yeah, I don't, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And I take it that both events are open to anyone, right?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't have a problem with that. I just want to make sure that, that you have more than, that you have at least two forms of management that are overseeing your spreadsheet that has money coming and going. If you're getting up to those kind of dollars, then you're opening the district up for fraud, and you need to
Yeah.
make sure that you are putting on there two sets of views, two sets of eyes on that every month.
Okay.
There has to be an accounting for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it would go right through our system. The cash that would come in would go through our,
You guys have it like line itemed out though.
yeah, we
on
already
money
have
that comes
we already
in
have a line item
and
in
money
our,
that goes out.
in our budget.
Right.
I mean, in our GL codes and everything already. that
Right.
would Work through that.
Yeah. Just treat it like it's a standalone credit card, basically. You know what I mean? When people go out to buy prizes, or if you're ordering things off Amazon, you know what I mean? You're gonna have to make sure that those items are being used for what they're supposed to be used for.
Correct.
Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Okay? Especially if you're buying things like gift cards, you know, anything like that, those can be swiped super easy. And I'm not saying people are, I'm not saying are,
No.
it's just that it's open, it's a open field for fraud, so you have to understand that you have to have oversight on that. $2,000 is no big deal, right? But if you get up there where you're buying a $500 gift card or a $200 gift card and those, you know, one happens to go missing, then you have to find out where they're being locked, where they can have access, all that good stuff. Up to 20,000 is a bigger limit.
Yeah.
Board, do you have any other comment?
No, that makes sense.
So there's no door fee right now. We're talking about she wants to do the door fee so the prizes can get there.
Oh,
And so I think we can recoup some of our money, because right now, we're just
So you're
paying,
just giving away the prizes for
right,
now.
where it's just we're give, there's no,
And
even
how
more
many are
reason to have the
coming?
oversight on that money coming in, yeah, if you're gonna charge.
How many are doing Loteria?
that's Ariana.
That's a great
Do you want me
question.
to talk again?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Okay. So right now we have anywhere from like 30 to 40 people coming. And honestly, since hosting it at the senior center limits to, I don't know, max 50 people who could participate, maybe a little more if we got creative. We're talking about like, you know, $5 for each of those 30 people a month, and that's would be 12 months. So anyway, we're not getting up into that $20,000 range. I just want you to know that would be cool, but we're not quite to the big money.
Okay, Okay.
And then what was the other question?
That was it.
I don't remember.
It's just the numbers, yeah.
so
Yeah.
so what you're saying is that as you grow in numbers, and if people want bigger prizes, you would then like help compensate by charging more money at the door.
Yeah, we could do that. Yep.
Well, and the other idea is that it's going to bring more people in because the prizes.
Yes.
But I also
Yes.
think it's about the cash. I think we can also do our point of sale, like what we have for our new system that we're doing, so that we could, or Square, so that we could, you know, it's easier to, it's
So we're
better
not
to
dealing with
track.
cash?
Yeah.
To go right with credit?
Yeah. Do we get charged though for the,
We
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have a square.
Point of
The
sale
point of sale is
cards?
just the same as our, like at the rec center and.
we
like
get
campground.
charged for that? Yeah, so just like, if it ever gets up to the point where it's like $1 per
Yeah.
transaction, you'll wanna make sure you compensate that in the
Yeah.
fact that they're using it. But yeah, no, the cash and then, is it Ariana?
Oh, yeah.
Ariana. So yeah, as long as she understands, because she's obviously operating that, and so as long as she understands that anybody that's under her, that if she, has things being purchased and or money handling, then she would want to be responsible for, overseeing all that. Okay, so do you need a, how does that work?
No, I think this one is just a consensus from you guys to move forward with this way.
Okay,
I don't think we,
right now it's free,
right now it's free.
and we don't, do you have board, approval when you, like, increase, or charge for swim lessons or things at the rec center? Or do we just do it?
We've just,
It's usually
it's just an
camping fees that
operational.
we have
Yeah,
to approve, right? The
Yeah.
camping ones?
yeah.
We know we
Because
have to approve
We
those.
approve those when we do increases. That's, we haven't raised the price at the rec center,
Okay,
so.
well, if you find out you need an approval, please
We
come
can-
back.
yep.
Otherwise, board, are you giving the consensus that that's okay for them to move forward on getting their license and charging?
Sounds good, thanks for the information. Me,
David, you're awfully quiet. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Okay,
I mean, I think it's a valuable
Well-
activity for our elderly. And then it's also, if we get, I mean, I wanna go to one of these Flodoria nights just so I can understand what Mexican bingo looks like.
Me
Hopefully
too.
you don't have to speak Spanish, 'cause
me
I
too.
know 3 words. and
She actually, I know she did this, she got cards that are bigger, cause it just shows a picture. So,
And it's quicker. than
and it's,
bingo.
they go
Okay.
quick, yeah, that was one thing she
I'll sit in
said.
front, you get the little.
So they say it in
markers,
Spanish,
Little
so
punch
what's on the
markers.
card, and so it's pretty quick.
Nice.
I like it.
Okay, campground, reserve resolution, what are we looking at?
We're looking at, we wanna start another reserve that will deal with, we've put money away in the expansion, but we can't touch that money for, if we need something done here. Okay, we've got money going into sewer, and we've got money, to be used that can, for the expansion. But if we need to put money, I felt like, when talking with the staff, we decided we need to start a reserve, so as we get to repairing the road, it's mainly for repairs in the campground. And that's what this is establishing, for that purpose.
Would it just be limited to the campground?
This is set up for the campground, that is correct.
So do we have a reserve account for something that the rec center goes back?
We do have that, we started that last year.
So we have, these are our reserve funds, David. We have a sewer, electrical, equipment, park expansion, and a rec center.
Okay.
So rec center is all inclusive, apparently. And we have a park expansion with a lot of money, no, not a lot, but 250 in it.
Now, could you move that money?
The only way you can move that is through you guys moving it.
But I mean.
Yeah,
in the
we can
In the
move
budget, if we wanted to take $1 million out to redo
Yeah.
all the road, we could just, it just takes a while to do all the
Mm-hmm.
logistics of it, okay.
Yep. Yep,
George, can I show this or not yet?
no, not yet, hang tight.
Well, I think it's a good idea, because we know that there's some major things that need to go on with our park, or our trail and our
Yeah,
driveways.
yep,
so it just means the expansion, what we're putting, in the expansion is gonna be a little less as we go, because we're gonna be doing that, and I imagine we're gonna get there. I can wait, we can be patient,
Okay,
we can be
Well,
patient.
so, but
It's just common sense, guys, as we get there,
Yep.
let's see where we're going.
you'd have to be talking about high dollars though.
oh, yeah.
Because we already have a reserve for sewer, electrical, and equipment. So you're talking about high dollars for other improvements that the district can't just pay as regular maintenance? Like, why do we have
It
to
would-
save for a rainy day? What kind of things are you talking about?
Repaving, the repavement of the campground is the big thing I'm seeing, and the trail. We're looking at about 400 to 500,000 to do that, to do the whole thing.
What do we have in our expansion account?
There's just about 2 million, if I remember right.
1,755,000. No, that's not right.
He's gotta move it.
Yeah,
I think it's a good idea to put some money in just a specific category, so if we gotta go after grants, we have some money.
Oh,
Anytime you do a grant, you gotta have matching funds.
Matching funds, yeah.
And so I would think, it's not like we're spending the money, we're just putting it where, in a little different spot.
Right now, if you're looking at the budget, it's for 24-25, we have $490,861 in reserves. And then in June, we'll have 370,000 more.
What page are you on?
If you go into,
We don't actually have our reserves spelled out in our financials. Not like they are in our budget.
no, they're under the general LGIP on the treasury report. If you look at Operations Rec Center, on page 21.
Clear over 21. Oh, thank you. That was the one I was looking for.
Okay, so Rec Center is 35,000 right now. Sewer has 30,000. Electrical has 20,000. Equipment has $119,750.68. And expansion has $1,577,000.
Yeah.
$10.
And it'll get another 250 this year, putting it right at 2 million.
For the expansion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll move that we
Thank
adopt resolution 2026-003 as presented.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Well, we can discuss more if we want to.
So
Well-
this would be money then that the budget committee would start allocating for the next year. No, money's not gonna go into it until we start the next year's budget.
Correct. Correct. We just have to form the reserve so we can, that's part of the budget process.
Right, so you want to see this 100,000 until June of 27 go into the campground reserve.
Correct. At the end of next fiscal year.
Next fiscal.
We budget for it and then move it at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so are we gonna be talking about that in a little bit on, like, how much you think you might wanna, okay, all right. If there's no further discussion, then I'm calling for a vote. All in favor?
Aye?
Aye.
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 Passed unanimously. What are you calling it?
It's the campground reserve fund.
Thank
We're
you.
gonna sign both of those at the end.
Yep, I have documents here to get signed.
All right, cost of living raise.
Okay,
Do you want me to pass them?
yeah, let's hand those out there.
Okay, do you want me to pass them all out or just the salary?
Just a second. I don't care. You can give them all.
Okay.
Yeah, just give them all. It'll be easier.
Okay. Do you need one?
I thought I had one.
Actually, I need that, sorry.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
And David needs.
I do have one.
Okay. If you look at the one with the 3 different colors on it. It's this one right here.
Okay,
Okay. The blue section is 3% raise for employees. The yellow is for 4%. and the green is for 5%. If you're looking at the 3%, I looked it up, the inflation is 2.7% as of February of 25 for Oregon. That's only a 0.03% raise basically for employees. That's the minimum. The middle one is 4%. It says protect employee morale and lower the turnover risk. And the 5% is basically to retain talent. And I believe that everyone that works here has a talent that needs to be done. If you look on the second page, you will see 3 different amounts. The first amount under the blue column is $1,500,907. The second column, looking at the second page, second column is $1,552,913, and the third is $1,566,439. That includes their salary for the 3%, 4%, 5%.
So that's, and then what did we have, I have it right here actually.
And actually, on the 3% went down, and I believe the reason why is because on the second page you'll see the summer rec counselor, 77,000. Well, we broke it down individually per counselor, and we only want 20 counselors instead of 30 this year, and so that's why, that's part of it. And it's basically based on minimum wage, what they'll make. And the directors and instructors are the same thing. Do you have any comments?
Oh, go ahead, David.
Okay.
George, I know, I think you're not asking for a raise.
Not till I get everyone in the correct
Here's what I'm gonna
pay
say.
grade.
If we don't give you a raise every year, somewhere down the road when you retire, we're gonna take a massive hit of getting that job to make it so we can hire somebody, a good person. Does that make sense? So my 2 cents is that we need to be giving you a raise just for the future of the budget. Does that make sense? If you're not getting a 3% raise every year, and let's say you work another 10 years, that means we're gonna go from 95,000 to 150,000. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because in 10 years, the job's gonna have to make it attractive to get good candidates. And I admire your mindset, but from a budget standpoint, I think we need that position to keep advancing. Does that make sense?
Well, I will say my part of this, the reason I choose not to get a raise is so I can bump people up quicker into their pay grades, and we're almost there.
I appreciate that and I agree with it, but we also need to move that position. That's huge sum of money. But if we go from 95,000 to 150,000, I won't be on the board there, but that's a big number there. Does that make sense? Whereas if it's gradually built into the budget, you may have to offer more, but it's not gonna be a huge amount more. So that's just my 2 cents on that.
Tricia, what are we had proposed 1,508,000 on our salaries already for this year. Are we in line for that? Like, what do you think we're, what do you think we are for ending out the, I guess maybe I should ask George that. He's the one doing the budget. So are we in line?
She's doing the budget.
Okay, are we in line, do you think, for meeting or being under that 1,508,795
I think
amount that was in our budget?
I think we're gonna be less.
Will be less?
Yeah. If you look at, so we haven't gone through this payroll, but we are at actually, oh yeah. I don't have a budget versus actual in front of me, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're, personnel services, we're at $1,088,000 right now.
Okay, so, and we have what, and
That's 53% of what we budgeted.
that does not include March, right? That would just be through February?
Well, that's actually through today.
Oh, through today. Okay, so you
So-
have
You
half
still
of
got-
April, May, and then June, so 3.5 months.
Yeah.
For 500,000, basically? Because we have a budget of 1,508,000.
3.5.
So we have 3.5 months.
3.5 months.
Well, okay, I took in not just the, hang on a second. You want payroll, we're at 903 out of that one.
Does that include benefits, though?
No.
Okay.
Including benefits, we budgeted $2,021,000.
Yes.
And so we're, like I said, we're only at 53%, so we're gonna be under.
Okay.
We'll be fine.
Are we talking about giving the COLA in January or July?
July 1,
July 1.
yeah.
And we haven't, no, we haven't done the budget.
No, we haven't. That's why that's why we'll get the COLA set now, so we can make sure our numbers are all accurate. And we're not trying to change things in the last minute.
Can we talk about lifeguards here? So it looks like you're saying in the blue that lifeguards on average then would be going from like 580 to 1627?
Yeah, 1580, 1627, yes.
Okay, and then do you know what, Takeo, are we in line with like Hermiston? What is Hermiston paying for their lifeguards?
They're seasonal, so, but we're right in line with Hermiston.
Okay, okay.
You need to pay a penny more.
We do pay.
Because they see like your head
About
guards
you.
get paid
Right.
a couple,
Yeah, they have a lot more responsibility.
Yeah.
And they're full-time.
yeah, okay. And then your front desk people get about a 50-cent raise, okay. And then,
There's a few that are jumping up into their grade. I think there's 5 of them that will be in their new grades now. That includes the front desk. I think we got, there's only going to be 3 next year that, if I'm remembering right, 3 or 4 that will not be at the correct pay grade.
yeah, and that's all right, we're
Yep.
still under our 10-year
Yep.
plan for it.
So we're moving right along.
Okay, and then last question for me would be, that maintenance manager position. Is that wage there in addition to housing?
With housing.
No, that's without with the housing.
Without housing.
Yeah, yeah, because the trade-off is he's a 24-hour on call for any emergencies, and that's the trade for the house on that. That's how the agreement's written up on
Okay.
that.
Okay,
Yeah. So if there's anything that goes down during the middle of the night, he's the one that has to come take care of the emergency.
okay,
And so that's the trade
Yeah.
there on that.
yeah,
So,
okay. All right, thank you for explaining that.
yeah.
And our finance manager is going to be the one preparing the budget,
Yep.
okay?
Yeah, you guys made that official last month.
Okay.
I'll have those out afterwards. Afterwards, yeah.
Okay.
I do want to show you, if you would, go to the next pages. that you have on there, because this was asked by a board member to provide some data on the health insurance and retirement numbers. Or actually, let's hold off on that when
Yeah.
I go into the benefits.
And all of these positions are at a 40-hour week?
No, not all. You can look on the far right side. It has the hours, yearly hours. So 2080 is full time, year round. You got some that are part time. You know, the 1040 is a half
Gotcha.
a year and such.
Let me rephrase that question. Out of your people, that your employees that are obligated to work a minimum of 40 hours, that would be your full-time employees.
Correct.
Okay? Does the district compensate for time over that? Okay, let's talk about managers. Are our managers being compensated with overtime if they go above 40 hours?
No,
Okay,
they're exempt.
their salary.
Yeah.
Okay, how many salary positions do we have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got them all. 1, 2.
Could you name the positions on
Yeah.
here that are salary?
Yeah, the top ones are the CEO, finance manager, rec center manager, maintenance manager, campground manager, HR manager.
Okay,
Those are the ones we have currently.
Okay.
We don't have a current marketing manager at this point.
okay,
If they're a manager, they are
okay.
exempt status.
I would propose that, that you put at least a 3% on yours. It's a 2,850 increase. That's my suggestion, and if it's I'm just gonna tell you my opinion, I'm gonna go for the blue, the 3%.
Well, we're not voting on this tonight anyways, are we?
I'd like to, just so we know, so we can make sure our
Thought if it was
budget's
new
done.
business, we had to wait.
No,
As long as it's on the agenda.
it's on the agenda.
But we could still, don't get me wrong, we could still postpone this and think about it. We just
Yes.
need to give him some form of a consensus in what direction we might wanna go or approve next month if you wanna think about it
Yeah,
more.
I will say, with the budget that we've put together, we have it set at the 3% right now.
I wasn't paying attention if you said it. What is the COLA this year?
It hasn't come out yet. We haven't heard it from Boley yet.
It was 2.7% as of February of 25.
That's,
Got what you have
yeah,
over here.
And in the past, we've given a COLA raise, but it's not mandatory.
correct.
Okay, which is why you ask
That's
every
why
year.
I'm coming, yeah.
Yeah.
Every year we'll ask. And we used to just wait till it came out, but to get the budget ready, I mean, we could redo the budget and have 3 budgets set up, depending on, but to me, it's like, I don't wanna waste the time to do all the figures and stuff for 3 different budgets.
Well, I guess I'm in support of the COLA raise, and I think right now I'd be real hesitant to go more than 3, just because there's a lot of turbulence out there and
Understand.
how it all shakes out. I mean, I would love to give a 5% raise, but that's extending into an unknown. Does that make sense?
Right.
But I also would never, if we can find a COLA raise, I'd always support it, because asking people to keep working at the same wage when everything else is going up is, I think, opening us up for more people leaving. And we already have enough turnover. And I know you guys have to train everybody that turns over, and it's not much fun. So
Yeah, I agree with both, that you also need to make sure if that budget wise, you need to put a 3% on the your position, so that way we can look at the budget that way. Cause that would help. Cause Dave's not wrong, in the next 10 years it's gonna look a lot different. And that, we could be talking about a $60,000 difference, which is a huge hit on a
It
budget,
is.
so.
And you have to understand, George, that we as a board, we are looking for our, the people that are salaried to grow in their positions with those raises, right? Like COLA's for cost of living, but we also expect people to grow in their positions. They're more accountable in their positions the longer they're here.
Yeah.
So that way we can say, what were you thinking? When the time comes, or you know what I mean? We expect more of people when they take on more responsibility and they've been here longer. They get to reap the rewards of those raises because of that, right? We get to trust them more and give them more responsibilities and ask them to step outside their comfort zones for that, so.
Okay.
All right, does the board want to wait to approve it till next month? Do you guys need to think about this? Rick, you haven't said anything. Weigh in.
Yeah, I'm thinking about what David said about turbulence, and I'm thinking turbulence is going to mean that people are going to have a need for more money, not just cost of living. Because there's a good chance things are going to get a lot more expensive from what I'm seeing. So I'm kind of hesitant to make a decision on this. I would like to see what's happening over the next month or so. Because we have a lot of things happening in our world today that, we just had a 25% increase in the cost of gas in the last month. So I'm a little less inclined to be at 3%. I think that things are getting more expensive, and the cost of living is actually going to be more than 2.7% coming soon.
Do you feel that, is your position that the district compensate people for that? Or are you saying that you're thinking you may want to go higher? Or are you thinking that 3 is enough and you may want to go lower?
No, I'm thinking higher.
Okay.
That's, without thinking about it a whole lot, because it's the first time I've seen it, but when I'm thinking about turbulence, I'm thinking about things are going to be more expensive, and so it concerns me that all we're giving is a 3% increase come July, right? This isn't even starting until July.
Yeah, this one, July 1 started.
At that point, all we've done is kept them probably a little less than even, if things continue to go up the way they're going up.
And we have yet to see a proposed, even a proposed budget.
Oh, you
So
got one.
Tonight you have one?
It's not a proposed one, so I don't want to give it to you during the meeting here.
Okay.
Okay.
I would really like to hold off on this
Okay.
until we've seen a budget.
Okay.
Because we're agreeing to pay something, and there's a big $500,000 increase from blue to yellow. Am I not reading that correctly?
It's just 52,000.
We're going to 50,000 at 4% and
500,000?
66,000 at 5%.
Oh, it is only a 50. I thought it was a 500,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
The title company.
Sorry, I'm adding zeros. Adding zeros.
Have we got any projections from
Still
Mike
no.
Gorman about tax revenue gonna go up?
I just saw him today, and we didn't even talk about that.
I think that'd be a
Well, you-
conversation to have before our next meeting.
Don't you? Yeah, doesn't he have to have that letter from Mike that says what we think our proposed taxes are gonna be in order to finish our budget?
He sent out our. You want to grab that real quick? Yeah, he sent out our first one for, how much we're gonna be receiving on part. I was looking at it going, this isn't a total, but I saw, what's going out through the CREZ 2, and I'm going, that really shrunk down.
Okay, this is for the general levy, general fund.
So, the amount that is coming out for our regular levy would be 774, what he's estimating. And then from one of the SIP agreements is 156, so 930,000 is what he's projecting.
And what was it last year?
We have on our budget that we estimated 926,000.
Yeah, so he's estimating just a little bit more than that on there.
That's what we're expecting to get this fiscal year? Because our budget is what we thought we were gonna get this year, correct?
Correct.
And so the number, that 946 is what he thinks we're gonna get this year?
No,
Or
next
is it
year.
projected
For next,
year?
projected for
So
next
we're up
year.
like 26,000?
So that's why I guess that's why I kind of want to see that budget. Because if you're increasing wages by 50-something,
What would we say our
our taxes
revenue
are going
project,
up.
the other revenue that we bring in, is it gonna be, and that's the kind of numbers that we need is,
Okay,
No, don't have that out.
oh,
Don't have that out.
okay.
because we're gonna get another $26,000 from projected, and that's always a scary projection, because sometimes he hasn't been very good. The fire department, he said one number and we got less than that. But if we knew that our revenue in other areas was increased over last year, you know what I'm saying? If we had those two numbers, it'd be real easy to make a decision on 3%, 4%.
Yeah. Well, I will look for some more numbers for you, what we can get.
Let's go ahead and move that to old business for
You bet.
April. And then we'll discuss it again if we need to.
Do you want to talk? No? Okay.
And then, yeah, I mean, go ahead and go forth with at least your 3% on the planning
Yeah.
side.
Okay. With him at 3% too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, please. All right, and then financial report, Tricia.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
So currently we have, at the end of February, our cash on hand is the 5 million, and then we have our scheduled payment. Where in the heck is that darn scheduled payment? What's our June payment coming out?
You can look on the treasury report, or you can, on page 21, or you can
Oh,
look
there we go. Yeah,
on page,
586.
or it might be less. It all depends on
Oh, that's right, the
on
bond.
the, on the bond, because according to this one, it will be, just a second,
We'll at least plan for 586 though,
Yeah.
right?
586,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, and then, that's due and then written, okay, good, all right, so we're covered on that part. And then, George, how are you looking on, I'm sorry, let's go ahead and go through these financials. Board, have you guys looked through the financials? Do you have any questions on any money that's been spent, allocated? There was one little part that I'm looking for. Fuel braces. Where is my curl? There it is. So
Go ahead.
Okay, don't get offended when I ask this, because it has a
Okay.
question mark at the end. But on page 32, okay, accrual basis, meaning that this is including the income that we've earned, right? Only income we've earned, not reservations. Accrual,
Accrual is, cash is now, accrual is, it might be on accrual, but we don't have the cash yet.
so does accrual include the money that we have that we can't spend? Like, for instance, the reservation money that is there, but we can't use it because it's not been used on their campsites yet. Like, they haven't physically used it so they could actually refund it all.
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
Okay, so you're saying that as of right now, March 4th is when this was printed, that our income's at 779?
Net operating income, yes. Net income, okay, so the total expenses is 1,675,000.
Mm-hmm.
And then net income, which you take the revenue minus the expense, you'll get 779,000. That's what it's saying. But if you look at the 13 million, it should be 13 million minus the 8 million. Because we don't know if we're going to get that money or not.
No, we're not getting that money.
Okay, so you take 8 million minus 13, that is 5 million. So in reality, that percentage should be, right?
Yep.
Okay. Making sure.
I'm just looking at the actual. But your actual 779 is what we're reporting as being income as of right now, right? That's
Right.
not inclusive of anything that is being held out there in a not earned column,
Right.
right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then our cash must be higher,
Yes, it should be.
although it's not. Unless I'm reading the wrong one. 43 compared to 32.
Okay, so if you look at it, that is what is billed. That is, the 728 is, we haven't received it yet. So for instance, I billed ODOT at 6,000, but we haven't received it yet. So the 6,000 would be on the accrual, but not the cash. Because we haven't physically received the 6,000. Does that make sense?
Yeah, except that all of our camping revenue is in here. All the money we receive in December and January is in here, but we can't technically claim it yet. So how much of that is that?
So technically, if we receive the money, but sometimes the campground income would go into accounts receivable, which you can't see because it's on the balance sheet. That's a good question.
I guess it'd be the unearned income.
Unearned income, yeah.
Yeah. Where's our line item for unearned income?
Unearned income is on the balance sheet, so
Oh, okay,
you wouldn't see it on here.
okay.
You don't get the balance sheet?
No. This is like a profit and loss sheet.
Yeah.
But the main thing for me to know would be that these reports right here that we're looking at, the budget to actuals, those are not inclusive of the earned income category.
Right.
Right, okay. Thank you for clarifying. Okay. Does the board have any questions for Tricia?
Expensive trash cans.
Yes.
Trash cans are expensive, yep. We've been looking at them for 2 years and we're to the point where we had to get trash cans.
That plastic one, metal one?
They're metal. I did not like what I saw the city do. We talked about going, getting the same kind, and I didn't. They said, no, we're not gonna make it look like that. We want better quality trash cans.
You have to have lids on them.
Yes, they have to have, by law. Yeah, we have to have lids on them. And I got no problem with the lids that they got. So had Brad look up which ones, and I agree with what he got.
Okay, while we're on the expenditure list here, page 44, only because I don't want to get to June and see a bunch, or July and see a bunch of stuff come through. What do you have on the books? What are you planning on spending money on?
As for,
Requirements.
that's a good
Any
question.
big ticket items that we should know about?
Pool lights.
Yeah, pool light's gonna be our big one here coming up. We have to replace, we have a bunch of pool lights that are out in the underwater. And they're actually looking at, what to order on that. That'll be a big one.
Do we have an estimate on that, Tego? What is that?
With labor to put them in, it's gonna be 12,000.
Oh, okay, that's still tiny. So anything 15, 50,000 range that, are we
I
buying
think-
any new equipment this year?
I think we've bought all the equipment that he's talked about. I can't think of anything.
I've run out of room, I don't have any.
Yeah,
That's my
we're,
problem.
we're really, I don't think there's any big things.
Okay,
I'll ask and double check for next month, but I don't think there's any big ticket.
okay. I think that we had just asked if you're gonna buy anything over 25,000 that
Yep.
we know about it.
Ahead of time, yeah.
2020 range, 2025 range, we'd like to know about it.
You bet.
All right.
I'll move to
Thank you.
accept the financials as presented.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Bye.
Passed unanimously. Thank you, Tricia.
Okay.
Letters, do we have any correspondences?
No correspondence. Let's, you got this last page? This is what we're looking at, for the budget though, on this, our expenses, where we wanna put money into. We know we're gonna have to put some money into this sewer fund, so you can see the differences. And we'll start the campground with 100,000. The rec center, we're gonna have to boost that up, especially if we're gonna try to get some grants to do some improvements, major improvements there. So the expansion really got cut down, and we put it down to 50,000 for this year. Equipment, we kept the same, electrical, and then, like I said, the sewer. Last year, we had to do some major work in one section down here, because it's all clay pipes in there, back in the 60s when we set it up. And we're finding that they're starting to break. So we may have to do a major overhaul. We're going to have to eventually, we know that. And hopefully we're planning ahead enough time that we can do a section at a time over like a 3-year step. But what I saw last year, I was like, oh my goodness, if everything starts breaking apart, we would be in a world of hurt.
Are we
So how does
leaving
that
it?
work with the core?
Well, see, that's a great question. I mean, because the Corps put this all in, but it's on us to
But then do
fix
we
it.
have to call to dig?
Oh yeah, we'd have to. Yeah. Anytime we disturb soil,
Are you looking at like a $500,000?
I bet you it's going to be 5 to 800,000. I bet, to replace everything.
They'd have to do them in sections, or they do it all at?
Well, that's the idea. We want to do it in sections so we can, plan this out ahead
Yeah.
enough time so we're not having to move people from sites and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We'll plan it so we can do one section, just have that closed out. And then the next year we'll do another section, and just keep that section closed out.
You want to block all the roads at once?
Don't want to do that.
Okay.
I just,
Cause I have a hard time getting to work some days, cause every which way is blocked.
so you understand that, we don't want that here. So,
All right. That sounds reasonable,
is that just, I mean, is that look okay to you guys
yeah.
as we're doing this, setting this up in the budget?
So just to make sure, this is the money that will go in from into the reserve at the end of this year, fiscal year.
No,
No.
next year,
No, the
Oh,
second column
yeah, the
is
second,
the next year.
correct,
yeah.
yep. You do understand it correctly.
So 570 wouldn't go in until June of 27.
Right.
Alrighty, let's move on. Does the board have any questions on the reports that were done by maintenance, CEO, and rec and HR?
Nico, how are we on lifeguard, please?
We just had a class this last weekend and we got 4 more.
And
That's awesome.
We're in this weird spot right now where, like, we know a bunch of them are gonna leave at the end of summer. But, you know, and then there's a bunch in sports. This spring has been the hardest season of sports I've ever experienced since I've been there, which is great. Like, I mean, I've got tennis, baseball, players, so, I mean, and track. So, I mean, that's great, but it has been very difficult to.
we get it, we get it.
You guys
Supervision's a
come to
beast
the,
to
we
get
have
there.
And it doesn't help with the new rules we have for the pool. Like, it's
Right.
definitely done some, but we're getting through it.
Okay.
We're getting through it. I think we've got a pretty solid plan, so.
it's just college day.
What?
We do a job fair with people coming in.
Yeah, we do some job fairs and we have people come in for things, but
You guys come to that?
we haven't done like a traditional job fair, like local one. That'd be a good idea though.
I'm thinking maybe,
Cause I think there's some good kids that don't necessarily play sports that would be good employees.
maybe PE
Trying to figure
credits
out how to
for a
get you guys both in the room
lifeguard.
at the same time. You guys do the internship?
Yeah, this year we're,
Yep, we're actually trying to, we've worked with, the workforce, Anna Brown, and trying to get that going for us.
It looked like there was some stuff now, right? I thought I saw something posted.
I think
I
we're
posted.
finally getting there. It's been a long road to get it going, but
Yeah, P credits would go to the ODE, so there's some other pieces to that, so I don't know exactly how that works.
yeah.
George, when are we going to get our, what are we doing with our budget?
okay,
And where's the calendar? Well, don't we have a calendar
yeah,
later
on
on?
your front cover, I
Oh,
put it
front
all, I
cover.
put it all in there on the one calendar document, so you have everything there. We were gonna have a budget meeting tonight, but, Lynn just got this copy last week, of the budget, and so she's going through it right now. And I want to make sure we get it done right the first time, so we're not going through 3 modes like we did last year, 3 meetings last year. So everything will be for April meeting,
April 21st then is what I'm gathering here?
yep.
April 28th, actually. It should be April 28th, not 21st.
Just on the bottom of our agenda for today.
Yeah, probably a typo on that one then. So
And that's both meetings?
that'll be both meetings. We'll
Okay,
start
and that's
that
our
one.
very first budget meeting?
That'll be the first budget meeting. And
So it should be
hopefully,
the
and
28th?
it could be the only one we need to have as a budget meeting, like it used to be,
When's the regular meeting then?
right after that. Our
Be at
red,
6 or 5:30?
it'll be at 6.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be an hour with the budget committee, and if we need to have the May, we can continue on in May.
So April 6th is our next meeting?
April
No.
28th.
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 Right here.
Everything in the middle is just you publishing
Yeah.
on time, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
So, I don't know where they put this in, but I'm gonna say it. We did, Boardman Parks and Rec did something at Irrigan Elementary.
Mhm.
Can you enlighten me on
I have
that?
to have you, cause I
We did
just
it
heard.
at AC Houghton and we did it at, what's the other one?
Irrigan Elementary.
Irrigan, yeah, and it was their, their family reading night, so we had a booth out there and our rec coordinator went out there and they played some games, gave a, like a little spinny thing. They invited us to come out there. She gave out flyers and stuff while she was there, so.
I give my 2 cents on this. They have their own parks and rec. I don't know, as a taxpayer, that I want my tax dollars being spent in another park district. I'm not saying that to be mean,
Sure, yeah.
I just,
We have a lot of collaborations with them, and that's our NFL flag football is literally with Umatilla. So, I mean, but I totally understand that,
Yeah, we go to Hermiston for their health fair.
yeah.
We go down,
Hepner.
we go down to Hebner. We
For
do
the
different
children's
events
fair.
throughout the region.
Can you remind maintenance, and park grounds staff that now that we're getting into spring and things are coming alive again, not that we ever had a bad winter, but, just to remember to be diligent on the spider webs and
No.
all that in the bathrooms in the shelters?
Yep.
Only because we had a lot of complaints last year and
Yeah.
might as well get a good start on it, okay?
Yep, and we actually, I just asked her to contact a pesticide group today, matter of fact, so.
Okay.
Yep,
How's the fields coming?
coming. We've got, the last layer of dirt they put a lot of rock in that dirt, and I was going, because the stuff they gave us before, underneath, was good. So there's gonna be some rock picking that's gonna have to happen here. We'll be dragging it and getting it ready. We're still working, we were just talking today about Little League, and we have the president resigned, as you probably know. We've got I don't know the numbers yet of how many people have signed up from over here, or even the coaches they have. But really, Brad just ordered the top clay, the red dust for the top layers that we'll use. We'll be going over, we're picking that up, save cost on shipping over in Portland. Okay, I think it's next week we pick it up.
how's the weed problem doing?
That took care of that problem on that field.
End solution?
And then-
I know it's a work in progress.
It is, but
Took me
we'll,
12 years to spray it before I don't have to do that.
the people that are coming in to spray will be spraying that as well, do a pre-emergent on it. I know the port concerns the type, make sure we get the right type of pre-emergent, because you gotta leave it clean, no one on it for, was it 48 hours, I think it was, they register it at. So we'll just have to do it that way. So they're coming. I'm not happy when I saw the rock. I was going, and they're not big rocks. But there's rocks. But I'm going, it was looking good. I was really excited.
George, did you turn in, I mean, we're positive you turned in the action report on the audit to the state? I had a note here, I just noticed it.
Yeah.
Okay, you did that? Okay.
Yep, we did that.
Thank Okay, let's go ahead and go on to, if the board wants to, let's go ahead and go on to signing, no, we can do that later. Employee handbook, George.
Okay. Where's my handouts? Right here. Okay,
And
awesome.
you might as well pass that stuff around. Go ahead and, oh, we're doing handbook, okay. Never mind.
Okay, so these are the next sections. I'll just have you take one and pass those around. And I made sure we did it in color this time. So there's not a lot of changes in this section. This is over the employee relations and conduct. The only thing I saw in here that we've made a change to was toward the back. Where'd it go?
There's 30.
Thank you.
What page?
30.
Page 30. And it was the dress code on this. The dress code, it really needs to be set up by each of the managers in their areas and let them monitor and take care of that. The inappropriate, to me, this whole section on defining business casual and all that, we want a certain attire for them to wear, but what's appropriate at the pool isn't appropriate at the front desk. What's appropriate at the front desk it's not appropriate for the maintenance, So to me, I want to rely on the managers you set the precedence of what needs to be in your certain areas.
So what we're looking at is something you're going to be amending, is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
this needs to change a little bit on
Okay.
here.
Fix it and get back to us.
Yeah, so that's the only thing that is on that page 30 is it's gonna be department specified. On the next page it says that, but I'm not gonna, I don't wanna set it, I want it where the managers are in charge over their people. That way. I don't think we need to state, you can wear this and this and this and not this and this for each category, unless
Are
you
you
guys want
saying,
them.
are you saying that the handbook itself will not state the qualifications for each area?
I don't think we need to.
You do.
You want me to?
So you either need to put it in, here, that the departments may require specific guidelines, and then when you hire somebody in that department, it's part of their initial paperwork when they get hired on, that their dress code for that department is this.
Okay, so you do.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you're-
I'll break it down by I'll have each manager write up what's appropriate.
Or
on them.
put it in the new hire packet, or
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
have your current employees sign something saying this is our dress code for this department.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
Because,
if you don't have that in there, then why would anybody would have to follow it?
yeah, nothing.
Now it's just verbal, not written.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have it somewhere, whether, yeah, you got it. Let us know what you do.
Good point.
okay, we'll get that one cleaned up for you then for the next round. Okay, the rest of this is, what they're supposed to be doing. It's very clearly in this. Now, again, this has already been set by SDAO through HR Answers, that this is
What section?
this whole packet.
Oh,
This is what is set up already. But for us, this is brand new, because we don't have every little thing in here, because it was set like 2 sessions ago. None of this is new for this year from SDAO. There's nothing new in this section.
But it's all new for us.
But I won't say it's all new, because we actually have most of all this in here already in our old. This hasn't changed much at all, but there might be a few things that could have been different. Okay.
so what are we doing with this?
This one, this one I just wanted to show you on this.
Okay.
So if there is something you come across that you don't like, and now this whole packet of the whole employee policy is on the website, this draft. and you can look ahead. I'm just showing you this section just so you can get a look at it.
I think ultimately what we were always wanting was a comparison of what you're changing in our current handbook versus what you're adding or changing.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't set it up that way on there. I can do that.
I mean, eventually, when we go to,
Do the final one.
yeah, we're gonna
you'll
have to
it.
see something
Okay.
to know what's new and what's not.
Okay.
Another section.
This is the benefits one that we've been working on, and we made corrections based on what you guys had said, and so this should go pretty quick for you.
Who was missing last month? Was it David?
David.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So the health. There was no change on the health on this. The only thing we did add on is that we'll have them write a waiver if they do not want to participate in the health insurance.
Yeah.
And it is for all. It's a 95 district contribution, and the remaining is paid by the employee for the premiums.
And what did we, just so David's up to speed, what did we say last month was the cost basis on providing that
Yeah.
for all employees
I had
versus?
I had Tricia pull up a new on the health on one of these sheets right here.
Okay,
You can see the price difference there. So with 5 employees on it, you can see the 70,000. Next year with 6 employees, if we just did the exempt, it's 87. If you have all employees that are full-time and be up, it's 261,000. That's a pretty big jump.
see, and that's why we really need that budget in order to tell whether we can give raises
Yeah.
above a 3% when we're already including health coverage for people who are full-time employees now and not just exempt employees.
So,
So David, last month we discussed that, and that right here, that's the difference. Then the 261,000, that's what it's gonna cost the district if 18 employees end up wanting health coverage. So basically, we outlined that we'd wanna give health insurance to all full-time employees. Wow. Full-time employees versus just the exempt employees, which are the managers, basically. Because we want to be able to offer that to them. Uh-huh.
261,000, we don't have that in the budget, do we?
well,
It is.
it is.
It
Yep.
is in the budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we worked it in.
For the next year's budget?
Yep.
I'm anxious to see this budget.
Yep, I know you are.
Well, it's right there.
Oh, wait till we get to retirement, David. But I mean, that's a good benefit, and that's a really good benefit, and that would help retain people
I-
if they
Totally.
could, if we could
If we
afford
can
it.
afford it, I'm
Right?
100% with it.
Which is why I'm pushing more for the lower end of COLA, because we're then expanding the fact that that employees won't have to,
Well,
especially when we're paying 95%. That's more than a lot
here's
of
what the school
employers.
district does. There's 2 things they do. If you're classified and you opt out of the insurance, they give you $2 more an hour.
Oh.
Correct?
Yeah. So
And if you are classified or certified, if you opt out, you get VIBA account, which saves the district because they only put like half the money into.
52% or something like that.
So those are other ways that and I think they've saved money on both of them because what they're paying the classified, that $2 extra isn't anywhere close to what their insurance is. And what they're paying in the VIBA is only like half of what they would be paying for my insurance premium. So just creative ways to offer variety to people, because everybody's situation is different.
Yeah.
Some people, spouse has insurance, they take the $2, and in my case, my wife has insurance, so I do the VIBA.
Gotcha.
So, and both of them save the district money, the school district
definitely.
money.
Definitely.
And it gives employees flexibility on how they wanna do things.
So, according to the conversation we've had, you can see it on that page 61, in the blue, on the front page there. An eligible employee who chooses not to enroll in the insurance plan is not entitled to any other form of compensation in lieu of coverage. So that is, I mean, if you guys want me to go that route, I can do something like that, but right now we've set it up so there is nothing for those that don't want insurance.
Well, we found that being double coverage is not a benefit for the employee. It's a benefit for the insurance.
Oh, I understand. When they used to pay out the extra, that was worth it, but when they stopped letting that happen, it was like, so.
Okay,
Okay, dental insurance on page 63, that is, the district doesn't pay anything for dental, it's all, out of pocket on the, employee. But we're gonna offer, the idea is to offer that for, benefit for all full-time employees as well.
is that included in this?
That's part of the health insurance.
Yeah.
No, that's
Oh.
totally separate, because the dental is not we pay our own cost for that 100% currently.
Oh, the blue is what you're proposing.
Correct,
Okay, so the district currently will pay 0 dental premiums for full-time employees?
yep.
Oh, they just pay the premium.
Yep.
We don't,
You,
They can
district,
get it,
that's- They
but
can get
we
it,
just-
but we
okay.
don't, yep.
okay, and then what about the vision?
The vision is part of the health insurance, it's already programmed in. So that'll just be part of the cost of the health insurance. It's already part of the plan, the health plan. So it's not a separate benefit.
Okay,
Okay, so last month we had a big discussion on page 65, the vacation benefit. So the accrual begins on the 90th day of employment. I wish I would have caught this. It should have been use it or lose it. And I had marked that out and it shouldn't have been marked out. When I came back to the managers, they were like, they'd caught me on what I messed up on. So the only thing we're asking is that they would be able to roll over, if they have it, if they can roll over 40 hours extra from the year before. Anything beyond that, they lose. So if they're planning a big trip and they need that extra time and they want to save up a year of it, that 40 hours, they could be able to put that on there.
So they can take a month off, basically.
No, not
Like,
well, yeah, no, they couldn't take a month off.
you're gonna have to break it up.
Yeah, and that's in here too.
Okay. On page 66, it says employees will not be allowed more than 2 weeks off at a time.
Yeah.
Okay.
sick leave?
Okay, sick leave, okay, I don't think there was any changes on the sick leave, from what we've talked about previously. We're just, accrual of sick leave, no lifetime cap, 40 hours, 40 hours, oh, this was the discussion, yeah, 40 hours, for the year. They can donate their sick time, but not at the end, not at the end of their, if they're getting ready to separate, they can't donate that to anybody. They're not paid out for their sick time. And then the other one that we've had to deal with this is if an employee doesn't have enough sick time in their sick bank to cover missed days, the district will use the employee's vacation time to make up for time loss. And that's been our practice, but we've added on, unless the employee specifies, they would take the remainder of the time unpaid, so they can choose that option.
Yeah. Well, one thing when I read the red there, it says employee may carry over up to 40 hours of unused sick time from
That's,
one leave year to the next, and then down just right, and then it says accrual of sick leave shall have no lifetime
yeah,
cap.
that doesn't make sense.
So it's almost contradicting.
Well, it's supposed to be that they can take their 40 hours. If they don't use it, it rolls over into the next year. Because there's no lifetime cap at all on that. Is what
But you only have 40 hours anyway, so
That's all they get.
It's a moot point.
So,
But you're just stating it to say that's 40 hours in case the future somebody would have to change that if those were
So-
more. Is that what I'm thinking?
my notes were that the 40 hours was supposed to be up here. They don't accrue more than 40 hours.
correct. It's 40
And you
hours.
had this line crossed out.
Well,
This one's crossed out on our one from last month.
and that's why we put it back on there in this one. Is that it?
But you're still not, you're,
You only get 40 hours.
yeah, but you're not saying that up top. You're saying 1 hour of sick time earned for every 30 hours worked. And that ended up coming out to more than 40 hours. And that's where I was telling you guys that it's only supposed to be 40 hours.
Well, okay, so I can put that in there, up there within that same sentence, up to, earned, the rate of 1 hour of sick time earned
Up
for every
to-
30 hours, up to 40 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Up to.
we'll put that in there, in that part.
Yeah, then I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is I just think it seemed like it's kind of just saying that it was kind of opposite of what you're saying. What I was talking about the red there, and then because I mean you can move 40 hours because you have 40 hours. So if you don't use your sick time, you just move it
You
over.
just wrote whatever you
Great.
wrote, yep.
As
So-
it should be.
I would take it out.
Okay, we'll take that out,
Yeah.
no problem.
I would take that out and then just make sure you add the up to 40 hours.
40.
And then it takes care of itself there.
Yep,
Yeah, that's
yep,
great.
yep, okay.
You missed a good conversation before.
We ended up agreeing though on your theory
We did.
Yep.
that, on that no cap on it.
Yeah, and we did say Mr. Moore liked us.
We did, we gave you credit.
Well, I mean, if you don't let them roll it over for when they get sick leave,
Right.
if you're not gonna cash it out.
Are we on the paid holiday benefit?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, this is also another conversation.
Okay, so, the Juneteenth, they agreed to the 9 days here. So the Juneteenth will be the one we mark off. So New Year's Day, Martin Luther King Day, Washington's birthday, Memorial Day, Independence Day, Labor Day, Columbus Day, not Veterans Day, that's marked out, and then Thanksgiving Day and Christmas Day. So that would give us the 9, like you requested there. So
So those are paid holidays for us.
those are paid holidays.
And then-
It'll still be open, but
no, the asterisks,
The asterisks are the ones that we are not open on.
it'll be open for 24-hour access.
Correct.
So what's the asterisk and then double asterisk?
yeah, what's
Okay.
that?
Okay, that's what previously was given out. So in
Holidays.
the red, okay, how do I word this? Okay, where you see Martin Luther King Day has an asterisk,
Yeah.
and the day after Thanksgiving has a blue asterisk there.
Okay, yeah.
And blue, that was the day that was given up for the day after Thanksgiving.
Oh,
So then on Columbus Day, that one with New Year's Eve, 2 asterisks. those are the days that were given for each other on that. So I know it's a little, I should have used a different symbol on there, but when I was describing to the managers of how it got to be that way, these are the days we gave up to have holidays, yeah.
Basically, you have a list of these holidays, and they had to pick 9.
Which ones are we not gonna be open?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
It'll be the New Year's Eve day, not New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, Independence Day, Thanksgiving Day, and Christmas Day. The only one we added on was Independence Day.
Okay.
So how are we gonna do everything at the park if nobody's working?
Just like we've done we're not open at the rec center.
This is just for the rec center?
Well, not necessarily. I mean, because those are the days that we're off. If someone's mandated to work, they're working overtime on that. They get overtime holiday pay at 1.5.
So how many people do we employ during the 4th of July celebration?
We got all our maintenance are working that day.
So it says here that if they work on a holiday, they get a floater,
Yep.
not overtime.
No, they
They'll still have to, by law, they have to get paid the overtime on there. So they'll get that, but because they're not getting a day off, we're gonna give them a floater day, and they can choose whichever day they want to have on that.
Okay, and then if you're a manager,
Well, that's a good question. Brad brought that up to me yesterday about this, because he has to, it's gonna be a Saturday even, so it's on a weekend.
you know there's gonna be problems, yeah.
And I think the idea is just to work with them
Okay, all right. fair
individually
enough.
on that.
That's part
Fair
of what happens when we pay for your house.
Yeah,
Well, that is true,
I mean, you get-
right? That's on call.
I mean,
well, that's a mandated work day.
it's a 24-hour on-call, so you can sit in your trailer, but as soon as the problem comes up, you're gonna be out there.
I work that day, Takeo works that day. I mean, on these holidays, we work them. There's just certain events we have, and it's part of being part of the community.
Right, I just mean like be fair, like
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah.
because that is somebody else's holiday, then they deserve that to
Yeah.
be
Yeah,
off
I totally get it.
some other
But
time.
there's just certain things that we gotta do to take care of our community,
Okay,
so.
Well, it's a good way for us to also get some income and then promote, and then maybe that drives people to come to different things, so there's some wins there.
There is. So, especially I'm trying to get all these fun runs going and.
Thanksgiving, we worked.
Thanksgiving, we worked to have a great, and we had a great run.
And that's good for the community
It
too,
is,
overall. I mean,
totally.
people really enjoyed it.
People come home and they wanna do something.
They did go, it's a
that's-
big deal.
It is. We did,
I'm glad you have the floaters that are, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
on the eligibility, you see the blue note, this was added on after, it should have been on there last time, but the employee must work during the pay period to be able to receive the holiday pay. Cause we've had that in the past. where
Yeah.
They haven't been working, but they're still on our payroll and they got holiday pay, so.
Yeah, and that will help with the summer stuff too,
Yes.
on July 4th.
Thank you.
Veterans Day, nothing changed with that. And then our other benefits is what we talked about, is to enroll the family members. The cost is $27, but that price can change if we need to.
Okay.
And yeah. And last one is our pension, and we'll go for full-time employees as well. And there is a retirement cost breakdown on there. And it goes up, it's, right now, we're, I wanna say 21,000, and to have everyone that's full-time, it bumps it up to 70,000.
Oh, speaking of that, what are we contributing?
7%.
Holy Batman.
And we don't have there's not a matching. The only thing you can do to match is do your deferred comp, the 457.
So do we have an is that what this estimate's for?
Yeah.
Yep. That's what that one is.
So worst case scenario, we are, instead of 32, I'm sorry, instead of, 32, we'd be paying 70,000?
Mhm.
Yes. That's after a year, right? They've been here. Yeah,
Yes, for the employee,
We have
they
to
have
budget
to
that way.
complete 20,000 hours or at least one year, whichever. 20,000 is just under a full year.
2,000.
Oh, what'd I say, 20?
Yeah.
How about 2,000, not 20? That'd be a lot of years. 2,000 hours.
That's so tough, cause it's, you know, we're offering now all full-time employees the ability to have a retirement account, and we're paying in a lot of money. That's a big percentage. That really is, compared to other employees, right? Employers. That's a lot. How much is the school district?
Well, they pay, oh, it's 12.
It's 12.
It's 12, because they pay ours.
You got the employer paying.
It's 12.
Yeah, it's 12%.
The employer pays 12?
Yeah. It used to be the employee paid 6,
And the
those who
employee,
paid 6.
Yeah.
And
they picked
then
it up in
20 years
negotiation.
ago, they negotiated it.
It wasn't
in lieu
20
of
years ago.
raises.
It was not 20 years ago.
It may feel like it, 20.
He'd be in kindergarten if it was.
Look at your hair. No
It
way.
happened when Marlene was here.
I still think 7's a great,
Bree and-
You're right,
and
you're
right. A great
Peter and
contribution.
Weatherall.
And-
God, it was like the last thing they did.
and yet we're paying into that, and that's only to full-time employees versus a COLA is across the board to all employees, right? So, but anyway, I'm all about it, right? Because you want retention, and these things are things that make us a good employer. But I sure hope your budgeting is spot on.
We are, yep.
So what?
Nothing.
Been wanting to give us that all day.
It's okay. He said no.
Okay, so my question is then, what we just discussed here on this pamphlet, and this,
Yep.
what do you need from us?
Nothing yet, not till we are
Okay.
done.
Okay.
This is, what I'm hoping is that we are all in agreement to all these changes on this. Cause that's what I wanna finalize in our final draft with,
Yeah, well,
cause that's the piece, cause this is where most of all the changes were in this.
okay, I'm putting mine over here,
That's fine.
because I don't want you're gonna swap all this crap out, and I don't wanna lose it.
Nope, we're
So,
fine. It won't.
don't move that.
We'll leave that, everything gets.
Okay, and
left.
I'm leaving these here too, don't move those either.
Okay.
Don't move it.
Don't move my crap. Okay, is there anything else regarding that, George, the employee handbook?
No, next month I'll put in the pages from pages 40 to 60.
Okay,
And then, I think we can do the rest of the handbook also, cause it's just the legal stuff that I don't think there's any changes that I can recall. I'll double check with Maddie. She would have been here tonight, but she's not available right now. I was told I was not contagious, but she got it.
thanks for letting us know now. That's great.
You're welcome.
So, as Takeo moves away, signing of docs, we need those.
Yep, you're there. Okay, we're at the end there. So that one's for you. As well as this one is for you for the minutes. I'm gonna keep them separate. You can start with that one, that is that together, we'll just do it that way.
We'll just go in order. It'll be easier first. So.
I'll take those, Krista.
Oh, did I have more than
9,
one?
10, 13.
Put those together.
Okay.
All right, is there any other further business that the board needs to discuss? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and adjourn the meeting at 7:14.